Hello, hello guys, and welcome back to another video with the Bit Blonde. Today we're talking about the real world assets RWA and how you can research those projects. And do you know about them? Let's go into the charts and everything and the research. But before we get into the content, I will just do my quick disclaimer. None of this content is a financial advice. You must do your own market research. Today we got a little bit of a chill environment going on here. It's quite cold in the UK, but I just wanted to do something different and keep pushing the channel. Okay, so let me share my screen with you, and we go straight away into the RWA. The RWA are very important assets for our industry. They are the real world assets, and those projects are linked to real world things. Those projects are very interesting and very important if you are a long-term person, if you like to invest in long-term, or even if you want to do some short-term investment into real utility and real world things. So let's go and have a look on the charts, and also not only on the charts but also at CoinMarketCap and where to find them. So moving to CoinMarketCap. This is CoinMarketCap, and if you want to see how you can find those projects, you come here to the main page at the CoinMarketCap and you press RWA, which is just below RWA. And right here, it will drive you to this main page where you can see everything about it. Perhaps even some articles, and I think it's really cool to have a look in everything. Top real world assets token by market capitalization. Listed below are the top crypto coins and tokens used for real world assets. They are listed in size by market capitalization. To reorder this list, simply click on the options such as 24 hours or 7-day to see the sector from a different perspective. So you got multiple options on how to research them, and you got here on the first bar the most visited ones, the top gainers, and the market cap from them. And on the corner, we're going to have a deep look in this week in RWA and why we should definitely have a look on it. I think it's very important outside the TA, outside price prediction, to understand what the blockchain industry has and to understand what blockchain utility is. This is going to be huge and transform the industry forever. So on the first place here we got Chainlink at the moment, Avalanche, HBAR, Hedera, and by the way I am holding some Hedera. Avalanche is a great project as well. Mantra, Ondo, VeChain, Algorand, Ange, and more. Marker, where you can buy and swipe and do staking and so many things. So you got a sea of opportunities, and you should definitely consider. I'm not telling you though, not trade meme coins or anything like that, but real world assets are really what is going to drive the blockchain industry really further, because we need real businesses inside our industry. I'm a bit cold, so don't mind with my voice. But yeah, moving in to this tab over here, it says, let me just organize it because I am changing some things on the channel. So let me share my screen with you, and I hope you can hear me right. Week in RWA. On this news, RWA define protocol in spotlight sector stalls. RWA market under pressure. Over 3 billion wiped from the sector, with 80% of tokens in red. So that leaves me into a very bullish sentiment, to be honest, because you always want to buy deep in great projects, in great businesses. You always want to do the opposite from people, right? Have that in mind, but of course you have to do your own market research, right? So yeah, this week in RWA, Bitcoin volatility shakes market. BTC briefly crossed 100k before dropping below 95k, now at 96.3k, minus 1.8 weekly, dragging altcoins and RWA tokens lower. RWA market under pressure, over 3 billion wiped from the sector, with 80% of tokens in red. TVL, however, hit a all-time high of 8.62 billion. Key RWA developments emerge on the finance launched on the chain for RWA tokenization. RWA DeFi protocols, money sign, mine BTC IDO hit 320x gains, fraction raised 1.1 million. WLF on the partnership announced. Sentiment remained weak. The RWA sector ranked 12 in the DeFi Llama sector tracker, with a declining market cap but continued ecosystem growth led by Maker RWA's 7.3% TVL increase. Bitcoin BTC went down and took the rest of the market with it, but despite another red week for the RWA token sector, muted signs of a recovery are beginning to appear. Let's take a look at how RWA sector evolved over the last week. The market overview. This week, Bitcoin BTC has suffered significant volatility, briefly trading at both over 100k and under 95k, and it's now hovering around 96,300 price point, down 1.8 for the week. So we had some slightly bearish momentum going on during this consolidation. I don't even consider as a bearish momentum, I just consider as a consolidation. And the sourced Bitcoin BTC coin page. This weakness in BTC market has hit altcoins hard. The vast majority of altcoins have been trading in the red over the last 7 days, with a handful of older tokens including BNB, Cardano and Tron managing to hold out. Meanwhile, Bitcoin now exceeds 60% market dominance, close to its higher value in the last 2 years. Sourced CMC Crypto Fear and Greedy Index, and if you want to take a screenshot to deep look, or you just come to the RWA pages and go to the article and have a look on the data. It's key when it comes to market. Overall, there is a pervasive unease in the crypto market this week, with the CMC Crypto Fear and Greedy Index sitting at 35, its lowest value since September 2024, right before a major rally. The market will likely experience additional volatility should today US CPI figures differ from forecast of 2.9. The RWA market recap, another week, another pushing for the RWA token holders. Over the last 7 days, the RWA market has suffered heavy losses, with more than 80% of the RWA tokens in red over this period. Did you miss last week RWA recap? If you did, you can press here on the article and check deeper. And this data is provide top real world assets tokens page by them. In total, more than 3 billion was wiped off the RWA sector market capitalization, the MCAP, this week, dropping 5% to 58.3 billion. Meanwhile, trading volume collapsed by even more brutal 38.3%. The sector market cap is now right back where it was 3 months ago. And as it stands, 9 of the top 10 RWA tokens by MCAP are in the red over this period, with Mantra OM being the only exception after briefly touching a new all-time high and gaining 1.2% this week. Meanwhile, the top 10 RWA tokens are marred by heavy losses. The worst affect token is Hedera HBAR, which is 11.7% loss. But as I mentioned, I also hold some HBAR, and I believe they're going to be fine. And you always want to buy low anyways. Among the top 100 RWA tokens, these are the worst affected assets. Number 1, Chain Tai CHEX lost 3.4%, PropChain Pro PC lost 24.3%, Ori Chain lost 23.7%, and Plum lost 21.4%. So now anywhere between 24, 30, 25, it's a great tip and opportunity. And if you are interested, as I mentioned before, if you are looking into invest long-term wise, just go and have a deeper look into those projects. But comparing to meme coins and other things, RWAs are real world assets. So you can imagine those are pretty legit projects. But it's not all dumb and glum. A handful of tokens managed to not only buck the trend but also record significant gains over the last week. The best performers by 7-day returns current include Pendo gained 23.8, XVS Venus gained 19.1, AXL gained 10.1, and ZBCN gained C5.4%. Only tokens with 1 million weekly trading volume are considered. Compared to the other categories, the RWA token sector isn't holding up particularly well over the last week. It's currently ranked the 12th place among the 22 sectors in DeFi Llama's narrative tracker, with which ranks token sector by MCAP weight returns. And here is the DeFi Llama screenshot data provided. The RWA token sector saw a 0.5% MCAP weighted decline over the last week, whereas Analytics came in first place with a plus 30.3 gain, and Politify was dead last with a 14.2% decline. Despite this, the total value locked TVL in RWA platforms and protocol continues to grow and recently hit an all-time high of 8.82 billion. This growth is primarily fueled by the expansions of Market RWA, which expanded its TVL by 7.3% to reach 1.4 billion in the last week alone. The RWA news roundup through the sector is certainly suffering from weak price action. It's looking up in terms of development. Here are the latest updates, developments, and important stories to catch up on the good stuff. On the finance announced on the chain for RWA tokenization. On the finance has introduced on the chain and a layer 1 blockchain designed for institutions to tokenize real-world assets (RWAs. The platform allows any user to issue tokens and develop applications. Members, including BlackRock, PayPal, and Morgan, will advise the platform's development. And here is the post and the announcement from London Finance, and you can go and check the profile as well. And specifically, if you're looking into investing long term, despite the price action on the finance, it's a very interesting project to have a look at. RWA DeFi protocol conducts record-breaking mine BTC token launch. RWA DeFi protocol, a platform that connects real-world assets (RWA) with decentralized physical infrastructure that works Deepin recently conducted its first launchpad sale for the $mine BTC token. It achieved a 320x return for the ID participants on the day of its launch, making a new record for the MXC exchange. World Liberty Financial joined forces with Ondo. According to a now deleted post, Donald Trump, World Liberty Financial (WLF) and Ondo Finance announced a strategic partnership to integrate Ondo's tokenizing assets, including USDY and UOUSG tokens, into WLF's network. This collaboration aims to provide users with blockchain-based access to the digital finance assets. And here is the statement provided by Ondo Finance. First, we're excited to announce a strategic collaboration with World Liberty, WLF, and I to advance the adoption of tokenized real-world assets and bring the digital finance on chain. And Fraction raises 1.1 million in seed round. Fraction, I hope to pronounce it right, a platform specializing in the tokenization and fractionalization of real-world assets (RWA), has raised 1.1 million in seed funding from investors including Cabret Capital and the Tezos Foundation. The funds will enhance their technology and expand their market presence. And yes, that was pretty much this week for RWA. So the great thing about CoinMarketCap is that you have accurate data on real time. But I want to pull up the TA also on this specific one, because here are multiple opportunities, okay? But as I mentioned, Ondo Finance is a good one, but let's have a look on the TA side of Mantra, okay? I'm not going into Bitcoin chart today because that's going to be content for another video. Today we're talking about real world assets, okay? Mantra USDT. Let's just pull up the weekly because I am talking on a very, very long term, and this is how Manta USD is looking. Actually, is Mantra. Sorry, guys. It's actually Mantra. I'm not crazy. That's correct. It's Mantra USD. Yes. For some reason, I'm trying to find it. Well, on a weekly, on a max, is not looking accurate. Let's go to Binance. Yeah. So if we go to the weekly, it's really on a very, very hype zone, okay? So not the best time to buy, but it could continue to go up as we're talking on a long-term side. If we move into the daily, let's go to the daily. Yeah, it could correct a little bit from this previous pump, or it could just consolidate somewhere around 6.6 would be a great entry. But of course, if we're talking about long term, I would consider this project at least for the next, year, or the next, I don't know, 3 years, because it's a very, very interesting project, and also on the finance and others. But yes, guys, I hope you could understand a little bit more about RWA tokens and how they work. And let me know in the comments if you want to know more about them and which one I want to know. And should I go to their page and do an entire read, do an entire research on it? But don't forget, anything you buy, you need to do some research. But RWAs are very, very interesting projects, as they are linked to real world assets. Never forget. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you.